For many years, Russell Reynolds Associates has been one of the most powerful global suppliers of executive recruiting services. The company was started by Russell Reynolds in 1969, and its first site was on Madison Avenue in New York City. In addition to its 35 locations in the U.S. and other countries, Russell Reynolds currently operates out of its original New York site and completes more than 3,000 recruiting assignments annually. The company primarily offers executive recruiting services while also assisting U.S. and foreign businesses in developing leaders and evaluating business processes. Globally, Russell Reynolds Associates provides clients with services in a variety of sectors, including business and professional services, consumer goods, education, healthcare, energy and natural resources, industrial products, nonprofit organizations, private equity, and technology. Among the largest executive search firms in 1999, Russell Reynolds was one of the fastest growing firms and most successful amongst their clients. Clark Murphy has had a number of senior level positions at the company since joining in 1988 and has worked both in the U.S. and Europe. From 2011 to 2021, Clark served as the CEO of Russell Reynolds Associates, guiding the company through a period of extraordinary expansion. One of Clark Murphy's first initiatives since becoming CEO in 2012 has been to increase collaboration across the whole firm. Murphy sees the need to reinvent the performance management system for the betterment of the firm into the future.
The central issue that Russell Reynolds Associates faces within their culture is that many of their consultants have been financially incentivized to be selfish, and they have failed to incorporate teamwork into their advisory work for the clients that they have. This was through the use of a compensation system that management had put in place. So basically, these top consultants with years of experience would get money for getting clients, for completing their work. So all this experience basically made them get more money. While this is a good thing for them, they kind of only saw a dollar sign, and the junior consultants that were coming in who were needing to apprentice for the company, who needed to get more experience under their belt, who needed to look to these older guys to figure out how the ropes work, like how this company runs. They didn't have that. They didn't have anybody teaching them. So when clients would come to them, they didn't really know a whole lot like these lead consultants would. So basically this meant that the company was losing clients quicker than it was gaining clients because the junior consultants and the lead consultants weren't working together. The lead consultants were more worried about, they were just so high up in the hierarchy that it didn't really matter what was happening down here because they were making so much money up here. So this really did not benefit Russell Reynolds at all, because while they had these really experienced guys who were making a lot of money for the company, they were more so bringing the new guys down. So they were losing clients and bringing Russell Reynolds to fall behind when it comes to its competitors.
With Russell Reynolds consultants being incentivized to be selfish through their benefits, we found three issues that could help with this problem. Our first resolution to be fixing these problems would be to combine two of the performance management tracking categories, lead generation and expertise. By doing this, we believe that this would help the consultants and the associates work closely together and create more of a team environment. When these employees are being challenged and tested on their ability to work together in order to generate leads, this will lead them into team collaboration and ultimately better success, keeping the clients happy, better overall work culture. Our second resolution to fixing these problems would be to focus on the apprenticeship collaboration ratings and the execution fees. This would mean that instead of it being part of a wide variety of things that the consultants are tested on, they would be more heavily focused on how they train and lead the young associates while also being tested on their appropriation of funds among everyone. This will also lead to the consultants being able to share their expertise with these young consultants and be able to teach them their ways and how they're able to land new clients, which will hopefully continue to grow the company and keep the company strong for years to come. Our final resolution to fix this is to test the client feedback ratings and collaboration ratings on a scale, basically from 1 to 5, and have that directly affect the bonus structure among the company. Basically, if you're keeping your clients happy, keeping long-term clients, while also collaborating and working together with fellow employees, you will get the majority of the bonuses, whereas other people who are not working as hard to keep their clients that they already have happy will not be tested as highly on that scale.
Our team found that the best solution for Russell Reynolds and Associates is to combine the client feedback rating and the collaboration rating of teams to determine their compensation levels. So we did a scale from 1 to 5, with 1 being the lowest score and 5 being the highest score. And I'm going to explain that scale for you. So at 1, we had little to no collaboration and poor client ratings, and that would correlate with low levels of compensation. Now, at a score of 2, you would have a little bit more collaboration and a slightly better client feedback rating, and that would give you a little bit more compensation, but not much. At a level of 3, we would have medium levels of collaboration and a medium client feedback rating, and that would correlate with a medium compensation level. At a level of 4, you would have a little bit higher levels of collaboration and a little bit better of a client feedback rating, and that would give you a little bit more compensation than the average person. And then at a level of 5, you would have high level of collaboration and a high level of client feedback rating. And that would give you the highest compensation level as possible. So the reason we determined that it should be a scale instead of just comparing the two and combining them to determine compensation is because you have to take into account that some people don't work well together while others work great together, and that some clients might not have the best team available to them. So this would basically give Russell Reynolds and Associates the ability to look at the results of those teams and determine who's working great with each other and who isn't working great with each other. And it would also help them determine who is keeping clients and who is not keeping clients. And that's what we found to be the best result and to get the best information for Russell Reynolds and for the best solution to get employees their compensation.
In conclusion, the company culture within Russell Reynolds was really keeping the firm from being able to achieve what their competitors could. Their lead consultants had no reason to be team players and share their expertise because as long as they made their money and made their revenue, they would get their bonuses, which was what they were after. Which also led to a decline in overall revenue and customer satisfaction. So by being able to put more emphasis into collaboration and sharing your ideas and deciding who gets what sort of compensation at the end of the year, the culture will be heavily improved and will likely even lead to an increase in profits for that. From this case, our group learned that working solely for yourself and not helping others, it couldn't only come to hurt you, but it could also harm the company and the people that you work for.